Hi Coastal Bend, it's meteorologist Carly Smith here. We are discussing our weather impact alert for 100-degree temperatures or higher. The extreme heat is for pretty much all of the Coastal Bend, both today and tomorrow. So that is what we will be focusing on in this live update. Thank you so much for joining. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith. We are talking about the heat. Post your questions now. Any comments, concerns you have, any grievances with the forecast, you can let us know. No worries there. But yeah, heat is nothing new for the Coastal Bend, but you do need to stay vigilant, especially because this is hotter temperatures than we are used to, than we anticipate for this time of year. So right now, we are looking at record-breaking temperatures for today and tomorrow. So Tuesday and Wednesday, 102, 103 are afternoon high temperature in Corpus Christi. The current record is 100 for both Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be near the record on Thursday. Then our temperatures do get a little cooler for the second half of the week. We'll talk about why in just a second, but for now, emphasizing that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be a weather impact alert from noon until 8 p.m. for excessive heat. We have an excessive heat warning in place. You've got to take breaks, drink water. I know a lot of the UIL guidelines for after-school sports, we're going to be nearing the no outdoor practice line in terms of wet bulb temperature, but we will likely be at that high level of heat at least through 5 o'clock this afternoon. 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then moderate past that. So still going to have to make some adjustments there for anything that you're doing outside. Breaks, so important. Take them. Don't overdo it. If you're trying to practice running, doing cross country, whatever it is, some advice that I would have is don't try to do your personal best today. Don't overdo it. Don't try to do your extra long run. Maybe do more of a track run or a shorter run where you can stop and get a water break and then continue on, so you're not going a long distance and then realizing you can't make it back or so forth. So yeah, or just put it off today. This is a great excuse just to stay inside, watch some TV, and enjoy the air conditioning. But anyway, that is my advice. So we are going to continue on along now. So handling the heat, drinking water, staying hydrated. We've said this all summer long, so if you don't know it by now, I don't know where you've been, but you are going to want to continue to have the sunscreen, the light colored clothing. Wear a hat, limit strenuous activity between 12 and 8. So that's when we have our excessive heat warning in place. So it is a hot one out there today. It already feels like it's 101 now at 10 a.m. We are going to see 109 by noon, 110 by 2, and 112 by 4 p.m. So temperatures are going to heat up pretty quickly over the next 2 hours as the sun gets higher up in the atmosphere. Air temperature 100 by 2 p.m., 101 by 4 p.m. And so we do have that excessive heat warning again in place from noon to 8 p.m. That is the pink. So Refugio, Aransas, San Patricio, Nueces, Clayburgh, Jim Wells, Live Oak, McMullen, all under that excessive heat warning. Duval, Kennedy County under a heat advisory. So here's a look at your heat index. So by 2 p.m. we are at least up to 110, if not hotter. Look what happens in Kingsville. We get up to 115 by 3, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. 112 in Corpus Christi. I am not certain that Corpus Christi will make it to 115. And here's why. We've got drier air that's actually going to be in place. So our relative humidity drops quite a bit this afternoon. That happens normally as our temperatures heat up. Your dew point pretty much stays the same. The dew point forecast is about 73. High end would be 75. And so once that temperature gets way high over the dew point, which is where we'll be, up even in the upper 90s, triple digits, low triple digits, what we are looking at is that big difference between our dew point and our temperature. That lowers the humidity, but additionally, we've got northerly flow aloft that is going to lower our humidity in the upper levels of the atmosphere as well. And so all of that combined to say that our humidity might not be quite as high. So lately, we've had humidity in the 50s, and we've had heat index values in 110, to 115. with air temperatures in the mid-90s. Now we're going to be closer to 100. Our relative humidity is closer to 40 and even 30. And so our heat index may not be quite as high as anticipated, but I'm pretty certain that our air temperature will make it into the 100-degree mark today and tomorrow and possibly Thursday. So we've got 113, 116. So Wednesday is a little better opportunity for us to reach that excessive heat criteria here in Corpus Christi. Then we see those temperatures lowering. And so if you've been watching First Edition or even Chief Meteorologist Alan Holt, we've both kind of been mentioning how the high pressure is pretty strong. It's set up in that perfect spot where you see those little white lines moving from the north to northeast across the coastal bend. And that's what's allowing for those slightly drier conditions that I was talking about. The high pressure sits up over us over the weekend. That's going to have easterly flow aloft. That's going to help our humidity go back up a bit. And then in turn, our temperatures will fall just a tad as well. We may see a little bit more cloud coverage heading into the weekend. And then we watch the storm energy. So this storm energy doesn't necessarily translate directly to what we're going to see at the surface, but it does look like we're going to get an inverted trough or a tropical wave that develops and breaks away from the trough in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So high pressure creates a ridge, low pressure creates a trough. So that's that downward slope. This is going to be an inverted trough, or a piece of energy that breaks off of that trough at its lowest point and then is going to move from the west or from the east to the west because of the high pressure to our north. So this is going to give us a little bit of relief. We're not going to be under quite as strong of an influence of the high pressure, but we are still going to be hot. We are still going to see very little rain, but it may allow for us to at least tap into a little bit more Gulf moisture, see a little bit more sea breeze, and see a few showers here or there. So rain chances aren't zero as we head into the weekend and early next week. It does look like a lot of the forecasting models are giving us at least a decent shot at getting a few tenths of an inch. High end would be an inch of rain through next Thursday, but that's high end. Low end is still less than half an inch. So that's what we're looking at. Of course, in your 7-day forecast, we do have the weather alert for today, tomorrow, and Thursday for hitting the triple-digit mark. Now, this is rare. On average, we only see 4 triple-digit days in a year here for Corpus Christi specifically. The brush country, you see a lot more. But for Corpus Christi specifically, we typically see 4. Last year, we saw an extreme number of 42 triple-degree days. Whew. But that was last year. This year, we are on 5 so far. So if we get it today, that would be 6, 7, 8 triple-degree days. So yeah, it's going to be a hot one. We're going to be a little cooler heading into the weekend. We have a chance for a few storms on Monday, but I wouldn't expect or anticipate much in the way of rainfall, kind of like the last little burst of energy we had. It didn't translate to what we were really hoping or needing. We need some rain in August. Rainfall totals are well below normal. In fact, they're at 0 for the month of August so far. So yeah, that's all I have though for this live update. I want to thank you all for watching. Everyone, stay cool out there, stay hydrated, take the breaks. I can't emphasize that enough. If you are feeling hot, take a break, hydrate, go inside, relax. It's okay, okay? Even though we're hot all summer, if you feel it a little bit extra today and tomorrow, there is a reason. We're talking record heat. So thank you again for watching. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith for 3 News First Edition and the Weather Impact team. That'll do it.